The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What profit hath he that worketh in that wherein he laboureth? There we go, back to that last chapter where he's saying everything people do is vanity. Everything. And it seems to be coming back to that. I have seen the travail which God hath given the sons of men to be exercised in it. He hath made everything beautiful in his time, although he hath set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. I know that there is no good in them, but for a man to rejoice and to do good in his life, and also that every man should eat and drink, and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God. I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And God doeth it, that men should fear before him. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And God requireth that which is past. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts. Even one thing befalleth them, as the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, they have all one breath. So that a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. Okay, you see what this guy's saying here? This preacher, this unknown mystery person who I've not looked up yet. I don't know if it's Solomon. It says it's the son of David, but it doesn't say Solomon. It's maybe someone else. It's still a mystery. I'm going to leave it a mystery. But this guy is harsh, right? You see what he's saying? He's saying people aren't even more important than an animal. Everything is just vanity. You see that? That a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. You hear that? That's not what God says. God's like, you're my special people. But you hear what this guy is saying? This guy is harsh. He's saying, no, we need to find out who this preacher is, because this is harsh. I mean, he's just something else. Just here at the end, because look, it just erased. I just did it twice. This is my second time now. All go unto one place, all are the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works. And there he goes, right? He's vacillating again. This guy, I don't know who this is, but it's It's cognitive dissonancing me right now. He's like, a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? So this guy's a nihilist. He's like, why even work? You're not going to be there after. It's just, this is really, it's probably true somewhat, but it's really just pretty direct. Chapter 4, so I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive. Oh, listen to this smarty. Yeah, this guy's a smarty pants. Yea, better is he than both they which hath not yet been, who hath not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. So this guy's, who is this? This is some Riddler. It's the Riddler, the prophet they're talking about who's writing this is a Riddler. Because look what he's saying. He's saying people that aren't born yet are better off than the dead and the living because they haven't seen all this crap that we see every day. Listen to this guy. Again, I considered all travail in every right work, that for this a man is envied of his neighbor. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. The fool foldeth his hands together and eateth his own flesh. Better is an handful with quietness than both the hands full with travail and vexation of spirit. Then I returned, and I saw vanity under the sun. There is one alone, and there is not a second. Yea, he hath neither child nor brother, yet is there no end of all his labor. Neither is his eye satisfied with riches, neither saith he, for whom do I labor, and bereave my soul of good? This is also vanity, yea, it is a sore travail. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. I don't know, who is this guy giving out labor points here? This is... For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat, but how can one be warm alone? And with a blanket row, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king, who will no more be admonished. For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. I considered all the living which walk under the sun, with the second child that shall stand up in his stead. There is no end of all. Who are they talking about? This is just cryptic to me. This sounds like Job. Maybe I'll like it after I understand it, but right now it's not as annoying to me like Job was, but it's getting to be a little cryptic. And I'm just gonna leave it a mystery. Probably. See if we can just figure it out by reading it. What else is happening? But isn't this weird? What are they talking about? I consider all the living which will walk under the sun, right? With the second child that shall stand up in his stead. Who are they talking about? Jesus? How? What does this mean? Okay, last verse. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation in spirit. The only thing I'm understanding is that anything besides rejoicing, like the archangels sing by the Lord going, holy, 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 day and night. It's like they're saying anything else is just not acceptable. And basically, you're really no different than a cattle, a beast, for all his vanity. We're not preeminent above the beast, but that's not what God says, right? God's talking about his chosen people and all this stuff. And this guy, whoever this preacher, is not talking like that. That's what I'm seeing here. I see a difference in everything else I've been reading and now what I am reading. Listen to how bossy this guy is. Wherefore I praise the dead, which are already dead more than the living, which are yet alive. Yea, better is he than both they, which hath not yet been, who hath not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. I mean, is it really that bad? I mean, it might be. But he's just being pretty direct, right? And he's going, everything you do is vanity. So basically all this stuff, he's like, why labor? Why labor? It's all vanity. It's all vanity. It's all vanity and vexation. Don't even work. Praise God all day. Wow. We have to find out who this preacher is. He's getting worse. This is not like that was an accident in the first couple of chapters. All is vanity and vexation of spirit. So what are you supposed to do? That's all you can do is praise the Lord all day long. You can't work. It's just useless. It's vanity and vexation of spirit. Everything is vanity and vexation of spirit. You know? That's all I can see. He's talking, and now he's doubling down. Keeps talking about it. And he's saying you're not really even better than animals. So yeah, it's getting kind of interesting. What is going on here?